And we are live. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Best Damn Media. We wanted to catch y'all on this with Tuesday evening. We got some breaking news we had to talk about, but this ain't Buckeye news. This is Michigan news. So going to tap into that. But wanted to say what's going on. Thank you for joining us. What's going on, fellas?
What up? What up? Always a good day when bad things are happening in Michigan, right?
What's going on?
What's going on? Yeah, man. Help us get over the KVA incident from yesterday. Obviously, we talked about that on Sunday. It didn't go well, but hey, more news is better news. So yeah, I want to talk about that. But make sure y'all go ahead and hit that like, tap in, and let us know what you think about suspension. Too much, too little, how you feel about it. Let us know. We about to dive into that now. I'll pass it over to Ron.
So yeah, the NCAA recently negotiated a 4-game suspension for our guy Jimmy Harbaugh. The main reason for the suspension is because they said he misled investigators, but Harbaugh maintains he never lied, but actually, in fact, couldn't recall the situations that were being alleged. So I just want to get your guys' thoughts there. Our boy Jim still maintaining to this day that he did not lie to investigators, but in fact couldn't remember what happened.
I mean, it's just all I can think of in this entire situation is just the whole Jim Trussell situation and the whole Urban Meyer situation. When we had like specific beat writers and people at ESPN, like the Brett McMurphys, that literally was just ready to set a bomb off whenever someone took a piss at Ohio State. And this is like what the third offseason allegation or incident that we've heard from Michigan, and it's not made the national press run. I don't know, man. It's something's off up there in Ann Arbor. What do you think, Hugh?
Yeah, I mean, we figured it out a while back. I mean, he straight up lied. I mean, it really didn't have to. Like they say, you don't lie, you just don't say anything. You just don't tell the truth, and you'll be all right. But he straight up lied about it, and I think what we're dealing with is a little extreme, especially with the stuff we know that goes in and out of college football. But you also got to know how to play by the rules. You got to know what to say. You got to know what not to say, and if you mess that up, that's your ass. And kind of that's what's going on.
I gotta give Jim his flowers though. He did kind of play like an OG. He didn't snitch, he didn't lie, and he's still maintaining his innocence even after he got caught. He's like, I'm taking the suspension, but I'm still not going to admit. So I mean, I have to give him a little bit of credit there for not rolling over for the NCAA, because as much as we hate the team up north, we know the NCAA is also a major enemy. So I want to get your guys' thoughts on the allegations. So some of the level 2 allegations were meeting with recruits during the COVID dead period, texting recruits outside the permitted window, and having analysts perform on-field coaching duties. Do you think those warranted a 4-game suspension, or were even worth lying about?
I mean, if this is Georgia, this isn't even making the news. Like nobody even knows this is happening. This is Nick Saban. Nobody would know what's going on. And this is so what like my boy Seaball says, the Big Ten schools just want to fucking snitch on ourselves. And this is what happened, bro. We look for violations. We try to get in front of violations because for some reason we still have some type of moral obligation to the NCAA when the South
What's
just
the name
says
of our Big Ten group chat?
Big Ten Ivy League Junior. Like,
yeah, the Ivy League Junior. We think
like
we're the Ivy League. We're the prestigious boys. We snitch on ourselves. Doug Archie thinks he's fucking RoboCop in Columbus. No more than 24 scholarship players. We're not pushing kids out. This and that. This dude is so far up everyone's ass in compliance, it doesn't even make sense. And then you have Georgia doing whatever the fuck they want down south. Alabama doing whatever the fuck they want. Like, Jim Harbaugh, on one hand, is about to get 4-game suspension for buying a kid a hamburger, essentially, and practicing too hard. But if you get pulled over in a scat with a couple peas on you in the SEC, you're fine. So it's just fucking crazy that, like, hamburger, problem. Scat packs and peas, we're cool with it. It's just a different standard down there. It means a little more. What are your thoughts, Q?
I mean, straight up. I mean, buying a hamburger is probably the least you. That shouldn't even be a violation, bro. But it's probably the least you can do. And the stuff we heard of coming out the SEC and other programs, you talking about stealing money or funneling money through like hospitals, like high level, like FBI should be here, shit. And we ain't heard No one gets suspended other than Jerry Pruitt at Tennessee, because obviously they was just wild. Like they're out there doing way too much. But outside of that, no one's really got in trouble for much. So 4 games. I mean, while Michigan ain't playing nobody the first 4 games, so it doesn't really matter. Probably not. But I mean, that is extreme compared to what we see across the country. It's just like we're playing by different rules, but like you said, they self-sanction, they call themselves out. You want to volunteer information. It's like, nah, bro, you better play like the mafia. Like no one say shit and everybody gets out. So I don't get what they're doing, but I think 4 games, like you want to set a precedent. That's very extreme for what's
on the other side. I don't really give a fuck because they was trolling Jim Tressel and Urban crazy. So it's a double-edged sword right there. It's corny, but it's happening in Michigan. So whatever.
I mean, I know a lot of you guys don't know this, but football did just start 2 years ago. But for some people that like time travelers
Shout
that
out
have seen football before, yeah, for us time travelers that have seen football before 2021, like I remember when Michigan fans used to be crying, they're cheating. I know they're practicing more than everybody. So just to see them, because I could remember the message boards, Urban has to be doing something. They're on steroids. They're practicing more. They're doing something. They have to be cheating. There's no way they're just beating our ass like this. Well, come to find out, they are doing a little extra up there in Michigan. So to see them kind of get a taste of their own medicine is nice to see. But I do want to get your guys' thoughts. We asked it at the beginning of the show. Was the penalty too harsh? What do you guys think would have been a fitting penalty for the Piss Skunks?
It all makes sense now, Ron, when the rumors we heard about Harbaugh putting glizzies in his pockets at the cookout. It all makes sense now, because he came outside one time for a burger, and now look at him, he's 4 games out. But there is another aspect, gentlemen. I want y'all to come down this alley with me. They're going to have what? Sharon Moore's going to have what? 1 game suspension, maybe?
So
2?
That's something I wanted to bring up. Sharon Moore and Grant Newsome are expected to receive additional punishments, and former DC and current Ravens DC Mike McDonald will receive a 1-year show cause penalty.
Isn't there an Appalachian school that's coming there in the year that they're overhyped to win the Big Ten?
Continue.
Eastern Carolina, right?
Yeah.
Haven't we seen this story before? Overhyped Michigan, block field goal, Appalachian State. Eastern Carolina might shock the world, bro. Who fucking knows? Knows?
I put it on the timeline today. If Rutgers gets the job done, you may see a Ron James and a Rutgers hoodie photo hit the timeline. So if they can pull up the upset, you might see that photo. Q, what are your thoughts? Too much? Too little?
Yeah, man, way too much, bro. 4 games over a burger, bro. That burger ended up costing him probably like $800,000 or so. I don't know how much you get paid.
It's one of those fancy patties from SpongeBob.
Yeah, when you actually see the math calculation, it's like, damn, that burger cost a lot, bro.
Who was it even for? Who'd he give it to?
I think it's for like a recruit. I think it's for like a recruit.
Knowing them niggas,
Tennessee's paying penalties for Darnell Washington. How'd that work out?
Bro, you bought a burger and bro didn't even commit.
Yeah, yeah. So we've seen worse, but yeah, 4 games a little. 1 or 2 games, I guess. If you want to just be like, all right, don't do that. It should have been a slap on the wrist. If we being honest, they're doing way too much right here. But like I said, it's no sweat off my back. It is what it is. But I would say it's unfair.
Yeah,
I mean, I think you guys are being soft. I think anything less than a death penalty for Teton would have been unacceptable. So I think they went way too light here. Harbaugh should have been fired. The portal should be open for all of those kids. Sharon Moore should have a show. He shouldn't even be able to coach this year. Rehaul the whole staff and get that whole team out of there. Because at this point, I'm not taking another loss to Michigan. So I will fucking take any handout that I can get to beat their ass. If it means suspend Jim Harbaugh, if it means get rid of their OC, I'll take any help that I can get, because clearly we're not getting it done on the recruiting trail. So we'll see what happens.
But if that happened, football will end in 2022, because that was all they will talk about. Man, we was about to win the Natty, run up a 3-peat, be Ohio State 10 straight times with the NCAA, can us. So
You can already hear the narratives cooking.
already hear
you
that
already hear, bro. We didn't have momentum because the chemistry was fucked up because JJ didn't have Harbaugh for the first 4 weeks. And if you can watch the film, you'll see his form's different because Sharon Moore is fucking him up. Yeah, we already know.
It's gonna be like that Homer Simpson meme. They're gonna have their Harbaugh flags, go back into the bushes, pop out with their Juwan Howards, like we're a basketball school now. If they start losing, it's gonna be a basketball school again. But I appreciate you guys taking the time to come talk with us about this subject. Any questions in the chat for us before we get out?
Oh, hold on, here? Ron. You didn't even bring up the best part that she talked about on the other podcast that we did. You remember you was talking about how he was trying to fucking snitch on Ryan Day. Oh, and come to find out, this nigga doing the same shit.
I forgot.
That's what I'm saying. Like Mr. Upstanding Citizen, like calling the cops after the fucking Michigan State game, but Mozzie Smith riding around dirty, but like we don't hear about that. This man Harbaugh, you know what I mean? Like he's like they put the images out on the net when he's moving trees out of the roadway and shit. You don't see him like throwing the gun in the river. Like they don't show you those clips, bro. They don't show you none of that shit, bro.
Harbaugh is both Spider-Man. He's both in the big. He's
from upsides up here, bro. You're gonna see fucking Drake and fucking Jay Prince pop up in Michigan the way they're moving these days.
Nah, I had to remind you of that shit. That shit was funny.
It looks like we don't got any questions from the chat, but I appreciate everyone pulling up. Before you get out of here, make sure you smash that like button. I see all of you in there, so I better see that same amount of likes before this video wraps up. Q and Cam, let them know where they could find you guys at.
Go ahead, Cam.
You can find me at I Know Things 19 on Twitter. That's pretty much where I'll be at for the most part. So.
Yeah, for me, Flying Johnson on Instagram over there. On Twitter, City Boy Quentin. I'm here also, Buckeye BS every Sunday. Check us out. And then Minor League Films as well on YouTube. So that's where you find me. Ron, let them know.
We also have one more place that you'll be able to find me and Q coming up. We just had an announcement on the TL today. We have a new show debuting on the Best Damn Media YouTube channel, The Buckeye Roast, every morning at 8 a.m. with your guy, Q and Ron, every morning at 8 a.m. We're going to start August 3rd, the first day of camp. So make sure that you hit that subscribe button so you can see us every morning and start your morning with good Buckeye discussions with us here over on Best Damn Media. You can find me on Twitter, 2_TEES. That's 2 T's. You can find me on TikTok, 2 Shiesties. On Twitch, 2_TEES. It's 2 T's again. And make sure that you follow the Best Damn Media on Twitter. We appreciate you guys for pulling up, and make sure you join that Discord down in the description as well. Thank you guys.
And yeah, we still on Threads.
I'm not. I deleted that shit.